How about a Coppola quick facts?
So the film was based on the book, as I mentioned, Joe by Larry Brown. Larry Brown died not super, I think it was like 10 years before this movie came out, so he never got to see the theatrical version of his book. Apparently a very tortured soul, and he wrote a lot of dark stuff like this for the most part. Most of his books are, I guess, about kind of the dark parts of the South, which we got real dark in this one. Mm-hmm. Nick Cage describes his performance as naked, saying that Joe as a character is very close to him, and he didn't even need to act throughout the whole film, which I can believe. I feel like, I mean,
it's so weird to me because like 10 years prior to this, he said that Michael from The Weatherman, or David from The Weatherman, was him, basically. And they're like complete opposite ends of the spectrum as far as characters go.
I guess just not over the top weird guy is what Nicolas Cage describes himself as outside of actual film.
I'm guessing in that span of time, his life had changed.
Yeah.
At this point in his life, he is really identifying with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He's broken and lost and desperate to
carries a lot of anger about stuff. And
just kind of done with everything.
Yeah.
In 2004, Cage was coming off of divorce, so he probably really related to that aspect of that character and kind of being lost and not really sure where he was going. So yeah, I can see both sides.
Yeah. It's such a turn. It's kind of sad that like those are the two roles that he's said he feels the most connected to.
Maybe now he's Robin Feld from Pig.
Yeah.
Which I could totally see that too,
And he's good in all three of those movies, so maybe that's his real niche. He just never was given a chance to exercise it because he came out with movies like Vampire's Kiss right out the gate.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, yeah, do that.
I mean, that's kind of his own fault, though. He wanted to go for that avant-garde style of acting. And I think we said it at one point that somebody had said that he's the only person to bring something new to acting since Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Well, Ethan Hawke said that about him.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah. Both Nicolas Cage and Tye Sheridan have starred in Marvel comic films. Cage starred as Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, obviously, in Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, and then Sheridan starred as Scott Summers in as Cyclops in X-Men: Apocalypse and X-Men: Dark Phoenix. Yeah. I didn't like Apocalypse either.
I didn't like either one of them.
The two films I haven't seen.
They're both.
Yeah, you don't need to see them.
Not really worth watching.
I've heard they're awful, so I just stayed away.
Days of Future Past was amazing.
That was incredible.
And First Class was pretty good.
First Class was fun, but Days of Future Past was next level.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Just end it with Days of Future Past and Logan, and then don't worry about the other two movies. Those are pointless.
Logan really, I mean, I guess it's connected, but it just feels like
it's a separate, its own.
Yeah,
thing,
it's
but they're both good endings. One's not a good ending, but they're both satisfying conclusions.
Yeah, for sure.
To those movies.
All will be undone in Doctor Strange 2. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Once we know the truth, or whatever he says.
Yeah,
I'm 80. What you did with Spider-Man was a major faux pas.
Professor X with little clipper hands.
I can't get my hands to work.
Okay, last quick fact. This one's really sad. Is David Gordon Green often casts locals in his movies. This is something that I've noticed going back through his films, especially Prince Avalanche. He just kind of cast people who were actually affected by the fire and stuff where they were at. But this one features Gary Poulter, who is the guy who plays G-Dog whose actual name is Wade, but I don't think we ever hear his name in the whole movie. But Gary's dad is played by Gary Poulter, who was an actual homeless man in Austin. He had just become homeless. He was in like a traveling circus, and he had tried to steal some money. And apparently he had acted before. He was in an episode of 30-something. But it was kind of a huge risk on David Gordon Green's part casting this dude, because he obviously was, a little bit of a character. And so he was in the traveling circus, and they found out that he had stolen money, and they left him naked on the side of the road. And he ended up homeless after that. I'm guessing that he just kind of wandered in while they were, looking for locations and stuff while they were doing this, and he had the look, and like, I'll do anything. I've acted before.
He had that look and that voice.
Yeah,
that what that voice is like. I don't think he can fake that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Poulter actually died on the streets of Austin just after the movie wrapped filming. So he died on February 19th, 2013, 2 months after filming had ended. And, makes you wonder, like, did he die kind of in the similar style as the guy that he kills in the movie?
So I thought you were going to say, did he jump off a bridge?
No.
And go splat.
Spoilers. This film circulated into the mainstream news when Gary Poulter was found dead in a shallow body of water on February 19th, 2013, before the film was even released. Poulter, who played Wade in the film, was homeless, suffered from alcoholism, and was already seriously ill. So I guess he was dying even while this was going on. But,
jeez.
Jesus.
His only other acting credit, as I said, was a background extra in the TV series 30-something, which I feel like that show has been kind of forgotten. But it's crazy that he would go from that to this. And like Roger Ebert was even like, it was a spellbinding performance. And I think he really is kind of the hub of this film. Like as much as you hate him, it's an amazing performance throughout. Producers were worried that casting Poulter in the film would be a risk because of his alcoholism, but Green stayed committed to having him in the film, and I think the results speak for themselves.